Yo, what's up, guys? It's YouTube Savjz here again with another fantastic big deck. This was requested by some viewers on Twitch and on YouTube. So if you, whatever deck you want me to take a closer look at next, just leave a comment below and let me know. All right, so Big Druid. We're playing a Wonder Big Druid deck right now. So Wonder, of course, if this costs less than every minion in your deck, reduce their costs by 3. With Wonder, obviously we can't have any small creatures, or minions, but we don't want to have any anyway. So all good stuff. Then the deck is very creative with the Raid Bosonuxia, Neptulon, Ysera, Alexstrasza. We got all the big stuff. So if you are someone who enjoys playing big stuff, this is one of the better decks to try out, because this is actually a real legit deck. Like, this is not a joke deck, this is not a meme deck. Like, it actually like over 50% win rate in high legend. So it's not necessarily like the top deck or anything like that, but absolutely viable legend deck. Aquatic form, you play 2 copies in any druid, like absolutely a fantastic card. I oftentimes use the aquatic form at like 3 mana to try to get a wild growth. With this deck, sometimes you might use it at like at 4 as well if you don't have any other plays. Innervates, you want to use them smartly with this deck. Like, sometimes you want to innervate out of Wonder, or you want to innervate like wild growth, or sometimes you want to hold it for later on when you like, if you do a Goth at 5 mana to like be able to hero power immediately by using the extra innervate. Earthen Scales got nerfed recently, still a very good card. We have a lot of big stuff. Moonlight Guidance. Discover a copy of a card in your deck. One thing that I will say about this is that even though it has the extra value of like draw a card when you play it the same turn, don't be afraid to use it on turn 2, especially if you're like missing a wild growth or like you don't have anything to ramp with, or no innervates, no wild growths. Don't be afraid to use Moonlight Guidance just to like try to increase your chances of ramping. One thing to remember though is that if you pick the Wonder from this, the original Wonder will still stay in the deck, so the Wonder that you got as a copy will not work. Wild Growth, yeah, not much to say about that. Ramping up. Wonder, one of the key cards in the deck. You obviously keep this always in the Mulligan. The Mulligan would be something like Wonder, Wild Growth, Innervate, Aquatic form. Most decks have very like different mulligans depending what you're facing, but this one is actually very easy to mulligan. There might be some instances where you also, like, if you already have lots of ramp and you're playing a minion-based deck, you might want to like keep a Scale of Onyxia. Maybe keep a Scale of Onyxia. Maybe keep a Spammy Arcanist. That kind of stuff. But if you have no ramp, no mana cards at all, you probably don't want to keep Spammy or Scale. But like, Wonder, Wild Growth, Innervate, Aquatic form. And Aquatic form is for trying to find Innervate and Wild Growth most of the time. Boomkin gives us a little bit of heal, or 4 damage is also like a solid removal. Costs only 2 mana after the Wonder. It's a pretty decent card all around. Like, it's not necessarily something you would play in like a normal ramp druid. It's not kind of like good enough. But because of the Wonder limitations, we can't have like cheap cards. So Boomkin really helps us curve out, because we already have like 10s and 9s and 8s and blah blah blah. Like, we got all of this big stuff. So for this deck, like, it's kind of like a small minion, relatively small minion. So it just gives some more like flexibility and more like those like early units, you know, like relatively early. So it's a great 5-drop. Norris for mana, usually on 5. When you have 5 mana, you go for more mana. You can also draw cards, of course, when you need to, but ideally you would get mana and then draw the cards with Miracle Growth instead. Onyxian Warder, extra dragons, good with the Whelps. Whelps give you some extra removal. Whelps also help set up the Spammy Arcanist. Yeah, it's a little clunky at times because we don't have that like Mage Hero power or anything to set it up, but if you sometimes with the ramp you have like 7 mana fairly early, and then you can go like Hero Power and Spammy, or sometimes you can Hero Power the turn before to kind of like set up for the Spammy if you're really sneaky about it. Wildheart Goth, really OP, always played in the Druid right now. Ridiculously strong card. Definitely one that if you enjoy playing Druid, like, should be on top of your crafting list when it comes to like legendaries. Kolak is a little bit more controversial, but I actually kind of been enjoying it lately in this deck, because like we don't have any other 7 mana minions, so after discounted it's 4 mana. And the 8 armor is like pretty legit right now in the meta. I think it's a good fit. There's been some metas where it's not as good, but like right now the Kolak shell is like pretty often gonna give you that 8 armor. It stops 8, it's like don't 0-8 taunt, so it stops 8 damage, and then it also heals you for 8. So that's like for 8 armor. So you basically like you stop 16 damage. Yeah, don't underrate Golak. Like whenever I've been playing like the horn from Queen of Shara, it's like, oh, Golak, like it's like the worst. But it kind of depends on the situation. In this deck in particular, where you kind of like want to buy time, it's actually pretty good. But if you don't have this, if you don't want to craft it, if you're limited on dust, like I'm sure there's a bunch of other options that you can also play. Like I don't know, almost anything, honestly. Like any like big thing. Like maybe you can play an extra dragon, or what would actually be a good deck. This deck list is like kind of tight, because oftentimes when I'm looking at decks, I'm just like, yeah, like this is a good card, this is a good card. It's like 40 cards that you can play in a deck, but this list is like fairly tight right now. Like some of the early spells, maybe you could play not minions, but you could play like a Rot, or like that's probably like pretty fine. Good work, for example. Golak, Scale of Onyxia, one of the most powerful cards in the deck. Like this one is like, if Druid is ever like super OP and then they don't nerf Goth, like Scale of Onyxia might be something that could get nerfed to like 8 mana. It's really strong. Super strong card. It's one of the few like board clears that are available to Druid. Queen of Shara. Yeah, you could play Queen of Shara. Chat is suggesting. That would be fine. That would be fine to play in this deck for sure. If you have that, but also that's also a legendary card. So I was kind of trying to think of like cheap options if you're missing that, because the deck does have a lot of legendaries. Kazakusan, that's our win condition. If you don't have a dragon, you should think about like replacing a dragon with another dragon, because you need to have a certain amount of dragons. And remember, you cannot play Amalgam of the Deep. You cannot play this because it ruins the wonder. So you need to look at like the more expensive dragons. Maybe you could play like one Primordial Drake if you don't have a Raid Boss Onyxia. I mean, it is a downgrade, but like the deck would still be playable. And there's some matchups where like Primordial Drake would be pretty strong. Miracle Growth, draw 3 cards, get a taunt, often the target for Earthen Scales. Really fantastic card. Like it's just so many. Even after a nerf, like it used to be 7 mana, it's now 8, but still really strong. It's just like 8 mana, draw 3, like huge taunt. Alexstrasza, you can use it to heal, you can use it to damage. That's probably the thing to say about Alexstrasza, is that like just always be like open to like dealing damage or healing. It can also give you a little bit more like lethal potential. Like let's say you have like your opponent's at 20 health and like you have 12 damage on the board. Like Alexstrasza gives you the lethal for next turn, like it's lethal setups. Ysera the Dreamer, returning minions to hand is like really good. So just like be mindful of like what you want to like return to your opponent's hand. Like there might be some like specific cards that you wanna like save the Dream for. Dream is like one of the best cards like from Ysera. So like against the Hunter, for example, like if you play against Beast Hunter, there's a lot of like huge beasts, like the 5/6 bear taunt. Like you return that to hand and you just win the game because you get so much tempo. Neptune the Tide Hunter, it's really strong, but it's also like it's not a 100% like must have. Very few of these like cards like out of the legendaries are like that you absolutely like 100,000% must have them. I've seen some versions with Malygos too, because Malygos I believe is from the core set, so that might be like a good alternative for like if you're playing on budget and you need to replace some legendary. So if you need to replace legendary, like Malygos might be a good option. That's pretty much it. Like you slam the Wanderer and you do big stuff, like ramp up, do big stuff, Kazakusan. Good matchups are almost all the like all the matchups where your opponent is a little bit on the slow side, and bad matchups are the most aggressive decks, like such as Demon Hunter, because you kind of like it's just like a little bit too fast at killing you. Yeah, no, it's kind of the same thing with all the like Druid decks, because you can with the ramp and like especially right now with Wildheart Goth. Especially with Wildheart Goth, because you can go up to 20 mana. Like 20 mana just wins the matches. You know, it's just weird. Like your opponent has 10 mana, you have 20. Like it's really hard to lose from there, especially considering how powerful all the cards are. Okay, so I'm going first. I'm actually gonna keep one of these Moonlight Guidances. Try to get a Wild Growth if we can't otherwise get one. But it's not like this is a card that we wouldn't like always keep necessarily. It's kind of like It's kind of mediocre. If I was on the coin, I might mulligan it away because we want to like coin out the wild growth potentially. Alright, gonna go for it here. Ooh, 2 good options here. So we have a Innervate or Aquatic Form. Probably go for the Aquatic Form here. And then cast it immediately. Let's see if we can get an Innervate from it. Nice. Okay, well that went better than expected. So here we got to utilize the Moonlight Guidance's ability if you cast a card immediately. Wow, that was incredible. Actually drew multiple cards. I missed a subscriber earlier. Thank you, Darth Tater, for the 3 months. I was like finishing my talk first. Thank you, Darth Tater. Thank you very much. Oh, it was a rogue. Oh my god, early null. My hand is pretty good though. Thanks to that Moonlight Guidance. That was above average Moonlight Guidance. So if you go for Moonlight Guidance, that's not what you should expect. Like, that was definitely... that was a high roll. That was a huge high roll there. Okay. So next turn, it could be that we scale of Onyxia with the Innervate. Most likely play. Chat, we are alone now. He's doing YouTube video. I mean, I'm talking a little extra, but you're not alone, okay? Oh my god. The scale right here. So good. What a card, like. Woo! This is a pretty fun deck to play, but sometimes it feels a little bit like I don't know how to say it. It can feel that things, if you get a bad draw with this deck, that things are out of your control, I would say. Because it's like the options oftentimes are very limited. I'm not gonna say the deck plays itself, but there's like certain elements to it where you kind of like just go like, you see how much mana you have and that's the play you make, instead of like with some other decks where you have more often have like more like different options available to you. Alright, let's do the Awakens. I don't want to wait too long. There's like some merit to like holding it, because if there's like a vessel or something, like the stealth ones can be a little annoying, but get a 4-12 on board here. I'm a little low on health right now. Okay, hopefully no spells. 1 spell. 2 spell. Ooh! Oh! That could have been the end of the turn if he drew 2 minions there. So we have Alexstrasza that we can get with the Aquatic Form if we want to heal. There's actually a little bit of downside to getting the Ysera cards too, because now my hand is so full that Miracle Growthing is kind of difficult. Yo, what is happening? Another cheated unit. So you got 1-5, okay. Oh, then scales, okay. That's kind of nice. Kolak. Can we do the Kolak? Eliminope! Thank you for the 29 months. Thank you very much. What about the Alex and myself, and then Earthen Scales the Alex? Oh, there's some big options here, like Kolak is pretty damn good too. Oh man. That's tough, that's tough. There's some really good options. That is a lot of armor. It stops these very conveniently. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the Kolak. I think we return this to hand. Emerald Drake. There's no silence, right? In a rogue. No way. I'm putting a lot of faith in this Kolak shell. I think he has to get through it. Yeah. It was like a little brave to not do the scales, but I know Rogue, what cards Rogue have like pretty well, so I knew that it's pretty unlikely that I would die here. The taunt was I relied on the taunt basically. It's so sappy in the meta right now or in the standard format. The hero card would probably be the worst for us there. This is a weird version, like he's playing weird cards. You don't really see that blood in the water card very often. Or, well, ever. Let's get some... No! Missed one! Okay, you didn't see that. Oops. Missed one damage. It was just one, chat. No one noticed. Alright, I was too excited to hit him. Alright, we got there. Blood in the water is common now. When did that happen? When did that become meta? That must be new. Oh my god, missed one damage. Not like this. I think we got this. We should have this one, chat. What is happening? Oh, he's gonna do like a tooth. Yep, tooth. The Nightmare kind of sacrificed this, but it was already down to like low health and everything. And I wanted to get Milk the huge armor right now. I think it made sense. Trade for this? No. Why not trade for this? And we don't need much more damage, we do need a little bit more. If I do the scale, I could hero up our face too. We would set up like Boomkin lethal. Yeah. So close. There's no real like heal for Rogue. This is not a Reno deck. He can get 5 armor playing the hero card, but that's pretty much it. Okay, I guess Jackpot could technically like generate something. Alexstrasza top deck? That's not gonna happen, because we actually know that Alexstrasza is at the bottom. But we could get Aquatic Form. Oh yeah, that one! Yeah. Armor. Oh, well that's game. Got there, that's the Aquatic Form. Very nice. That was Pog. Oh my god! So many guides! Agony Warlock, Big Spell Mage, Quest Priest, Celestial Druid, Control Murloc Summon, Curse Warlock, Bing Mage. The Bing Mage might like... This was such a cool deck, oh my god. With Quest too. That was fun. It's honestly like a better version, but man, that was fun. We have so much mana, maybe I'll keep the Miracle Growth. I almost never give Miracle Growth, but we have all the mana cards, like every single one. I hope this is not a Rogue. I really hope this is not a Rogue. Because against Rogue, like, it's kind of weird still. But against Warlock, like, there shouldn't be a whole lot happening on the first few turns. YouTube Frog here. Favorite one is Being Mage, but then again, I like Mage decks. Yeah, me too. You can see it on the hero power. It's not Rogue. No, it can be. My friend, there's the card that makes it disguises the Rogues, the Maestra. The Maestra disguises the Rogues. What if I went like triple and there's just Norris there? Was that better? No, I don't think so. So one innervate for this, and then we can do one innervate. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, chat. Do this. It really does mean a lot to me. My sub count is not like in any historic highs right now. But we got all the cool people still, so that's good. All the cool people are still subscribed. It's like the switching between like games and game modes wasn't very good for my subscriber count. Like after I went from Battlegrounds to Constructed, I lost a lot of subs. Same happened when I went from Standard to Battlegrounds. It's just, yeah. It is what it is. It's okay. But I did still want to like say extra thanks to all the Sabadabadoos in the chat. Here we go. Many whelps. This is so strong. Look at this. We killed 3 for 1. 3 for 1. But then we also still have 2 whelps. So it was like better than 3 for 1. It's okay. YouTube Savjz will attract new viewers. It's gonna be like a long process. And also, usually it's like when new expansions come out, there's a lot more like people looking for videos and looking for content and stuff. So I'm not like necessarily like expecting to like get some explosion of viewers right now. Okay, I mean I guess we can do this. I want the hero card most right now. I'm just trying to make good content. That's it. Like if the content is good, like eventually people will watch it. So I mean we're still like #1 on like Twitch and everything, but Hearthstone as a category is not as like on fire as it used to be. Oh really? Which version is this, chat? What do we think it is? Probably like the Destroy deck one. Oh, I wish I could play the Neptune.
This sub brought to you by Sugar Daddy Bezos.
Sugar Daddy Pesos. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's see this one. I missed out on the 7-6, but that's okay. Thank you, Oyeon, for that 3 months. Thank you very much. 2 dragons left. We have the raid boss and... What the... New card! Nex is out! Oh my god, chat. New cards. Okay, definitely the dragon. I'm definitely dreaming this. Because that's like total chunk, right? It costs 9 to play again. So it's like a dead card now. Looking bad. No, okay, I'm still looking pretty fine actually. Not looking bad. Okay, inner raid. No, we can't. We don't have any more inner raids. I get the Neptune maybe. Wait, can I do this first? How much mana? Neptune is 7 mana. If I play this, I will have 6. I really want to get the Wild Heart Cup. No, I think we have to. Like, no matter what I do, I think it's too important to get the hero right now. So my opponent most likely has some cards that will heal him up. Like, Warlock plays a lot of healing, so... Not gonna do anything silly here. Like, going phase or something, it just wouldn't be worth much. I'm like, can he already delete my deck and stuff? Get some over here. Seems unlikely. No, he can't, because he hasn't. He can only destroy 6 cards at most. At most, he can delete 6 cards. Oh my god, I love the raid boss on Uxia, because it's immune to the board clears. Does Awakens not damage phase? It does not. No. It's been a long time since it damaged phase. Prime subs, remember to claim your free legendary. This month you can get a free legendary. Don't forget. Don't forget, you can go on top right here. Claim, there's a Hearthstone one. Free legendary. Do it, just do it. Here. Claim. Battlegrounds Hero, Speech Party, and random legendary. Claim. Go claim. If you haven't, just a reminder. I saw some Prime subs, so it takes you like 5 minutes to. No, not even 5 minutes. It takes you like 2 minutes to claim.
Turns out you can also sub to Savjz with Prime.
Wait, what?
No.
Oh my god. Just play the cards, lol. Lol. I'm trying to like not die here. I don't think the fatigue is, it's like, it's not enough damage. But even if he deletes my deck and puts like 6 fatigues in, it's not enough. It's not enough. Oh. Wait. Oh no! Oh, he had a Thompson too. Oh, but I am at 50. Oh my god. No. I think I blew it. Oh, I blew it. Does he have 12 fatigues? Oh, I blew it, didn't I? I got too cocky with like, because I had some armor. But that's still lethal, it has to be. Because I draw like the top card too, so we also take 13. We are definitely dead. We're dead. We're mega dead. God damn it! I was thinking about holding a full hand, but then I didn't do it, like, cause that was a toss. That was a toss. Oh my goodness, I could have kept the full hand. Gaza was not the play, but I could have kept the full hand, chat. Gaza was not the play, like chat is saying, Gaz. It was not a Gaz 10. But I could have had 10 cards. Because, like, it didn't matter if we overdrew something. It's okay. Lazy Jonas, thank you for the 34 months. Welcome back. You know what? Maybe we should have YouTube Savjz lose sometimes too. We can use that too. Are you a tosser then? I guess I am. ETPT Moon Liti. Okay, maybe I'll give it. Should I use it after Wonder? I should probably use it after Wonder. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my god. We're gonna take like 75 damage if I don't do this. These things deal like crazy damage if you don't kill them immediately. Oh my god. Okay. Wow. What if should I go Goth? Should I go Growth next then Goth? I can also pick an Innervate, then no, we got a Goth. So I have a Growth. I'm gonna go Growth and then Goth. Do the Wander later. Oh, really? Really? I didn't realize it was this. Interesting. It's not necessarily bad, like, I think we have a lot of healing. Oh, but he might be too fast, like if he die next then or something. He might be too fast for me. Oh, we'll see. 22. Okay, Boomkin is good, that heals. Can you tell me how to be good enough to draw Wonder? You just gotta watch the stream a lot and then you will get good. Just get good, man. Just get good. Sure. We got some big heals. Heals. So 21. The 2 bombs wouldn't even. So I can ramp, right? Invest in the future generations. I know I could have scaled, but I had to choose between the two. I think there might be bigger minions to scale later. It's not gonna do it, because he doesn't have the graveyard anymore. The graveyard is gone.
This must be the way.
We'll get some heal next then. I'm gonna double scales now, I guess. And should I do 1 scales? Is 1 scales enough? That's gonna be 8 damage. If he plays a new graveyard, it could be even more. He could play a new graveyard. Oh boy. It could be a new graveyard. Hot Bonk! Thank you for the 12 months. Honestly, I'm kinda terrified of the new graveyard, so I'm gonna do the double scales. Wonder scales. That was difficult, because like, if I survive this turn, I think we just win. I don't wanna like risk like if there's another bomb, because this is 4 and then it's 2 times 8, right? So I would die. That would be 20. Okay. So if he had graveyard and this, I would have died. If he had graveyard, I would have just died. Okay. Okay, so he doesn't have the second graveyard, clearly. Just gonna heal. We got this. I don't think there's enough cards to get like everything together now for my opponent. Like all the combo pieces. There's still too many things missing. I think there's too many things missing for my opponent. Are there any other endgame value options than Kazakusan? Yeah, you can maybe. I mean, it's the best one kind of for this deck, but yay! Nice one.